Hello from Kodiak. Well, we're still waiting on some steel, so we kind of sympathize what it's like to wait on stuff. When we had to shop at home, we didn't wait on anything. Well, now we have to wait on everything.
We're also waiting on about a 6'3" cattle rancher.
No, you're waiting on a 6'3" cattle ranch. But no Angus people need apply.
No.
Right?
No.
Herefords only.
That's not even a
Maybe
word.
Scottish Highlander.
That's not even a word.
Hereford?
No, that's not how you say it.
That's how you say it, right?
Hereford.
Anyway, nevertheless. So we thought we'd talk more about these flintlocks. Some of you sent us notes and said, well, we don't know about our flintlocks, and now we can't take our guns out. We're going to get our flintlocks back out. So, Flintlock 101, instead of this old house, it's this old flintlock. So here we are with you.
We didn't talk about that.
Well, we didn't talk about it, but I talked about it.
Shocker.
Now, flintlock, piece of flint. There's a gentleman somewhere that turns these into these, flints. Somebody from down home sent us this big giant flint that they recovered off of a British transport ship that came from the American Revolution. So this is actually would have been on Brown Bess, who is attached to a bayonet, who has an affinity for the navels of colonists. So your great-great-grandfather, this would have struck terror into him, okay? To us, it's like a rock. But the interesting thing about this rock is it's dull. So that tells me one of two things.
Went to Shady High School.
They went to the Shady High School where this kid went, or they had either shot a bunch of colonists enough to dull this thing, or they had shot around it and we're going to send it back to England and have it sharpened. Thumbling. How do you sharpen your own flint? If you're going to get the most out of your flint, you got to know how to sharpen it. And it's called napping. And when I told this kid we was going to be napping, show him what you done. She brought a pillow.
It's a flint napper.
A pillow. She brought a pillow. I said, we're going to be napping. She brought a pillow.
Where do you find a flint napper?
You find it right here. Okay. Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm going to talk her through it. Just like if you can teach a monkey, if Jenna can do it, you can do it, okay?
That's
so,
terrible.
Now, what's the first thing you do when you pick up a flintlock rifle?
Make sure your in-laws haven't touched it.
After you make sure your in-laws don't touch it, not this. Now, this is what Jen normally does. I pick up flintlock across my fingers. It's not like that. If you're having to pray and cross your fingers, you're doing something wrong, okay? This thing is a high-tech instrument from 1700s. People in 1700s would not do this. Trust me, okay?
If they did, it probably meant something bad.
If they did, it meant something bad. Jenna is going to walk through this. We're going to nap this flint, and then we're going to load this thing up. So first thing you do is you check, make sure it's not loaded. Because two rules we got here. No animals get hurt.
No hillbillies get hurt.
No hillbillies get hurt, exactly. Okay, go ahead and check it. Show them how you check it, Jen. Again, this is very simple stuff.
Put it on your shoe.
Southern Rifle's always managed off the tip of your shoe.
Gee, Manise, that's
Does your rod stick in there?
Yeah, super tight. Got it.
Yeah, that's the way they're supposed to be. You don't want to leave your rod on the hillside, do you?
One time you left me on a hillside.
Well, that was one time.
With a string of toilet paper.
With some toilet paper, that's right.
To get back to me while he went to look for a wildcat.
Wildcat jumped off a cliff. I left Jim with some toilet paper. I said, you throw this toilet paper off so I'll know where I get under it.
A ripe old age of like 6.
I walk under there, Jen slings the toilet paper off. She's hundreds of feet in the air. And I look up and I'm thinking, what could possibly go wrong? And then I realize that she's up there with her brother and they're arguing on the precipice of about a 100-foot cliff.
That's funny. Did you find that? You didn't even find the wildcat.
Wasn't no wildcat. Okay, here we go. So we know it's not loaded, right? That's the first thing. We know this dude's not loaded. So we're going to go ahead and nap it. Now, first thing you do when you nap is you put your rifle on half cock. You hear one cock, it's on half, okay?
Got this Rick Brown knife that he sent us from Kentucky.
And it's sharp as a razor blade. But we're not going to be using a sharp edge, we're going to be using a back edge for napping. Support the flint with your index finger. See how it's under there? And then you tap it just like you're eating Chinese food.
That doesn't make sense.
It's a chopstick. It's just like you move a chopstick.
Can you use chopsticks, Sean?
No, but I can nap a flint. When you do it right, you get the teensiest little powders of flint. Okay, that's about enough there. What are you trying to do? That's a plenty. No wonder her gun won't go off ever. Little dust of flint. This dude's sharp, okay? It's sharp. So In order for a hunting rifle to be dependable, it has to be able to throw a shower of sparks 3 times. You test it twice. So give it 2 tests there, and let's see the shower of sparks, okay? And we know it's unloaded. We know that, okay? Please do never try this if you do not know that. Now watch the shower of sparks that come off that thing. If we're not satisfied, I mean, sparks should come off. See, that wasn't very sparky. That didn't satisfy us, that was very sparky. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Here, step back, step back. Look, take this thing, and undoubtedly this child has never eaten Chinese
That's
food.
not true. You told me to stop.
See there? Look here, darling. And when you get a good break on that thing, ooh, did you see that? You see the Mac Daddy sparks flying? That's what you want right there. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to load this thing. And Jen's going to come over here and load it for you. Put this dude right in the hole. Okay. Remember, it's managed off your toe. She's going to go ahead and load it. She's got a little powder charge. We're not going to put a ball in because we're going to kill somebody down at the harbor.
I'm trying not to make a huge mess since we're not at home.
The tip is one of 2 places. It's either in your mouth or where?
On the horn.
On the horn. Yep, there you go. Very nicely done. Okay. Don't worry about that. We got people hired to clean it up.
You?
Me. That's my job.
Man, look at this stuck.
I like to know my rod's in there. I don't want to be guessing where my rod's at. So here, we've got this thing loaded now, okay? Now, the cool next part, the surprise we've been talking about.
We didn't talk about a surprise.
We're talking about surprise now. Go over there and put that raincoat on.
Why does it smell so bad?
Hmm?
Why does it smell so bad?
That's my good coat. We use that coat for cleaning horse stalls and such as stuff as that. I think that's actually my pig stall cleaning jacket. Might be the last thing I cleaned in that coat. Zip that dude up. We're going to go outside and test this thing and see if we can get it to go off. But we're going to add to the misery, okay?
We don't have quite enough misery.
Not enough, okay? Now, remember, there's not a ball in this, but still, yeah, you want to be careful with it, all right? Okay, let's go outside. Let's take our action outside, okay? Secret ingredient.
All right, it's windy. You ready?
I'll get you going on.
Jeez.
It is windy. It is windy.
Oh, my hat's gonna get.
Don't worry about your hat. Okay. All right, now, here we are on the coast of Alaska. Okay. All right. Now, see, I got some water here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it on that kid. And her rifle. See, I've got it now. Okay, now let's see. This rifle can shoot. Now, put that thing on half cock. Get out of the wind a little bit. Put that dude on half cock. Dry the frizzing a little bit, 1 or 2 strokes. Dry the pan. Dry the flints. Dry the flint a little bit. Be sure you haven't moved the flint out of position when you were drying it. Use the frizzing, be sure it's got that. That's good, okay? Now you get your priming powder. About 50
I drew the short straw.
about 50 mile an hour wind. that, would you? And the boat goes